Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Broken Planet Podcast, Episode 2. I'm your co-host, Jeremy Stanzioni, and this is your other co-host, Colin McGowan.
What's up?
So today we have a few topics on our list, some stuff that's important, some stuff that's super filler because we couldn't think of anything because we covered most of that on our Xbox stream. Go ahead and check that out, Episode 1.5. Alrighty, so first on our list...
Oh, boy.
Dude, we made fun of this, and then, Film Theory released a video, and he's talking about the records it broke, and I'm like, you're kidding me.
Love of my life right there.
Oh my god. This movie, here are the records it broke. It's the most pre-ordered movie of all time, and it's the best-selling film over 3 days of digital release. That is wild.
Yeah. I didn't even know that this was coming out until we started talking about it.
I saw the commercials because they always come on during wrestling. That's like, I don't watch TV anymore. The only thing I watch on TV is wrestling. But it always comes on during wrestling, and I was just, I knew I wasn't going to see it. I saw the first one. I hated it, only because it came out on Netflix. It was like, just so cringy.
That's insane how well it did.
I mean, then again, I understand. Like, it has, like, I don't want to call it this, but it has like an unfair advantage, because right now you have all these parents with like 4-year-olds or whatever and little kids who have nothing to do and they can't go to the movies to see this stuff coming out. So their parents are like, all right, fine, if this will shut you up, you can watch it 100 times during quarantine.
Yeah.
Because I highly doubt, except for the one dude who sits in his basement doing nothing, that any, like, person over the age of, like, I don't know, 14 bought this for themselves.
That's what you say, man.
Like, all right, you're right. I could be totally wrong. I forget that there's weird fan bases out there. I don't want to talk about this for very long. Let's move on. Tonight, Money in the Bank. First of all, I want to say I'm doing a full review and recap of this tomorrow on the channel. Should be around 15 minutes or so. Go ahead and check that out. But these are going to be the final predictions for Money in the Bank on my side. I don't know if you want to make predictions because you don't really know what's going on. But let me just pull up the full match card here so that I can make sure I don't miss anything. Let's start with the Money in the Bank matches themselves. So the men's Money in the Bank has Otis, King Corbin, Daniel Bryan, Aleister Black, AJ Styles, and why am I forgetting somebody? Stop forgetting people. Stop. Rey Mysterio. So my pick, while I want Aleister Black to win, I'm going to have to go with AJ Styles just because, first of all, Drew McIntyre is a face champion, so it's not going to be another face. So that eliminates Otis, Daniel Bryan, and Rey Mysterio is just, I don't know, man. I feel like he doesn't really – he had his last title run with the U.S. title. I think after quarantine, he's going to retire in front of a crowd. King Corbin, absolutely not winning. And as for Aleister Black, I think he could win. I think he has a chance. I think he's second in line. But I do see AJ cashing in on Drew, and he suits the briefcase better. Are you going to make a pick for this one?
I want King Corbin to win.
I know you want King Corbin to win. He's not going to. As for the women's Money in the Bank, we have Carmella, Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, Asuka, Dana Brooke, and Lacey Evans. Now, this is a hard one to pick because, well, my first thought is to pick Shayna Baszler, which is what I want. I want her to cash in on Becky Lynch. I want her reign to end. Don't get me wrong, I freaking love Becky, but it's time for her to go downhill a little bit, have a little bit of a road bump, for her to work her way back up and win the title in front of people. But I don't see Nia Jax winning. Dana Brooke and Carmella are absolutely not winning. Lacey Evans, I think she has a chance, but I don't think it's happening. And Asuka, she could have a chance. Asuka could have a chance. I see her with the briefcase running around mocking Becky. But at the same point, you have Dana Brooke and Carmella in that match who really don't matter. And there's a good chance that Sasha Banks could take one of them out and win the briefcase for herself to cash in on Bayley. But I'm going to go with my gut feeling, my original thought, which is Shayna Baszler. Who are you going to go with, if you know any of them?
Sasha Banks.
Okay. Because she's the only one that you know.
Uh-huh.
Alrighty. Now to our 2 world title matches. Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. This is a bit of a hard pick, but I am going to have to go with Drew because I think this would be a great win for him to get off the back of his technically second title defense, but we're going to completely ignore the fact that he beat Big Show. Are you going to make a pick?
No, because I don't know any of those.
You don't know Seth Rollins?
Yeah, he's going to win. For sure.
And then we have Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt, not The Fiend, just Bray Wyatt. Because it's Bray Wyatt, I'm going to have to go with Braun Strowman because I think that this is going to build to a match at their next pay-per-view between The Fiend and Braun Strowman.
Yeah, Braun Strowman's going to win.
For the Universal title. We then have a really big tag match. We have Lucha House Party versus the Forgotten Sons versus Miz and Morrison versus the New Day. This is a little bit of a hard one to pick because they could, just to get ratings up and just to have a big title change at this pay-per-view, they could just slap it on like any of these teams, really. Forgotten Sons just got called up to the main roster. Maybe they're going to give them like a quick push. Miz and Morrison could totally win it back. I do think that the hacker character is going to break up one of these teams at the pay-per-view, though, and I could definitely see it being New Day or Miz and Morrison. And I think it would be super big if it was New Day. I think that would really get your ratings up a little bit because that'd be a good storyline to have going on right now. So in that case, I'm going to pick New Day. I think it'd be a nice thing to have yet another storyline where the 2 tech. Really? Okay. All right. Drove past my house really quick. I think it'd be good to have a storyline going on again. Not that we haven't seen it before, between 2 tag team partners feuding. You gonna make a pick here? I know you only know the name, but who'd you pick?
New Day.
Okay. You're really just going with the people you know.
New Night.
We then have the SmackDown Women's Championship match between Bayley and Tamina. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that Bayley is the one to win this.
Yeah, Bayley by far. Because she's like
because he doesn't know who Tamina is.
No, Bayley's just super duper strong.
All right. Then we have R-Truth versus MVP. I don't even know what this match is. I don't know why these matches were made. But this is just ridiculous. I guess I'm going to pick R-Truth because MVP is like retired 4 times this year. You don't have to make a pick. This is stupid.
I'm not gonna.
Cesaro versus Jeff Hardy. Now that could be a really good match, but it's a throwaway match with no build. So here's the problem. Is my guess is that Jeff Hardy's going to win by DQ because I think Sheamus is going to attack him.
Yeah.
But
I think the same thing.
oh, okay. Here. I just found this out from the WWE Instagram. Drew McIntyre is also undefeated at Money in the Bank. They both have 4 wins.
He's gonna lose.
So then I think Drew is going to win.
No. Drew's gonna lose.
I'm assuming that we're going to get the announcement tonight that we're going to have the Street Profits versus the Viking Raiders for the tag titles.
All the Viking Raiders are literally my favorite.
This is a tough one to pick because the Street Profits did just lose to them. But at the same point, I feel like the Profits only just got the tag titles. And I know it was like a month or so ago. But I'm going to go with Street Profits.
Okay.
You're picking the Raiders, I'm assuming?
Yeah. Because they're really cool. I like their stuff.
And now, for those of you that don't know, which I'm sure you do, or for those of you that don't watch wrestling and don't care, just sucks. This is going to be the most interesting Money in the Bank match of all time, as they keep telling us on commentary over and over again. Thank you, Michael Cole. This takes place at Titan Tower, WWE quarters, and they have to work their way up the building and into the ring, which is on the roof. and I swear somebody is getting pushed off that roof, and I think it's going to be Corbin.
Well, good thing
Dude.
that he can fly because
Oh,
he's a
okay.
king.
All I care about is somebody getting pushed off that roof. That's all I want to see. But other than that, I think that wraps up our WWE crap. Going on in AEW, I know I didn't talk about it much last week, but we have the Dynamite. No, it's what is it called? The TNT Championship Tournament that just our finals are going to happen at Double or Nothing between Cody and Lance Archer. This is tough because I don't see Cody with the belt and I don't see Lance with the belt. But I'm going to go with Lance Archer either way because right now he's undefeated, and I think Cody needs another loss before he gets built back up because he's had 2 big losses so far. He lost to MJF and lost to Jericho, and now I think he's going to lose to Lance Archer, and then he's going to get a build-up against, somebody else. But AEW has been really good lately with everything going on. They've been really good at just making it flow naturally and just doing a good job. We had the weird match announced for Double or Nothing between MJF and Jungle Boy. I don't know why, but it'll be a good match. Moving on from wrestling. Dude. Okay, so first of all, I want to apologize. I know I said on the Xbox stream that the Clone Wars was coming out on Friday, but apparently it was out already, and I totally missed it. But I watched this.
You want to tell him how you found out?
Yeah, he told me after the stream.
Yeah.
Dude, it took me like a good hour after I watched this episode to realize that that's it. That's the end of the Clone Wars.
We sad?
Yeah, dude, the final shot of the whole series was amazing. Spoilers, huge spoilers. So the whole episode is pretty much just Rex and Ahsoka trying to escape a Republic Star Destroyer falling from space. Jesse has to chase down Captain Rex, and there's a ton of clones trying to kill them. And then so they escape, and Ahsoka and Rex put together this little clone graveyard, which I'm sure you've seen from the trailers, where it's like their helmets on the sticks.
Mm-hmm.
And Ahsoka puts down her lightsaber and just leaves it there. And then we get like a flash forward, however many years, and it's all snowy, and Vader shows up, and he picks up her lightsaber and ignites it and just stares at it, and it's like, oh my god. But the thing that it was so cinematic, but the thing that made this so beautiful was the final shot of the whole series. It was one of the Ahsoka helmets, and it was zoomed in like all the way, and all you saw in the reflection was Darth Vader's shadow walking away. It was just so amazing. This whole series is really just like a journey through Star Wars. I really do think that it is one of the greatest things to ever come out of Star Wars. And while I'm not a big fan of The Phantom Menace, it really does set up well for this whole series. It really, What?
It's working!
Oh, stop. We're not doing our Phantom Menace review today. I can't. I'm not ready for it. I'm going to go off. But the amount of characters that this series introduced and the amount of storytelling that happened with the side characters, it was just amazing. And it introduced us to two of the most powerful characters in all of Star Wars, Ahsoka and Maul. And I know Maul was already introduced in The Phantom Menace, but he didn't really do crap. So, and Ahsoka, I really do believe that if Ahsoka stayed with the Jedi, she could have become the most powerful Jedi of all time.
What happens to her?
Well, have you seen Rebels?
No.
Okay, so basically she like lives in hiding, kind of. She becomes like one with the Force. She reminds me of like a Chirrut Imwe kind of character, where like she's not a Jedi, but she has a connection to the Force. Because like she left the Jedi, so she doesn't have that title anymore. But she leaves. She does like this little story with Ezra or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Rebels. Watch the whole thing though, just because. And so basically she dies. Vader kills her, which I think is just so awesome. And then something really stupid happens. She like comes back from the dead. That's where Rebels just kind of goes downhill.
Yeah.
And it was like her part in Rebels was probably one of my favorite things about Rebels. My favorite Rebels episodes were the episodes with Captain Rex, Darth Maul, and Ahsoka. Because literally, if you watch Rebels, everything in Rebels is just like Clone Wars nostalgia. It's like literally just a Clone Wars spinoff.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, like it's a good show, but at the same point, some of it is just so stupid. The way they try to explain the Force and some of the things they say the Force can do. I'm gonna go shut my window because these cars are aggravating me. So you can keep them entertained for a second.
Apparently in Mandalorian, I don't know if you heard, but there's reportedly there's going to be Boba Fett.
Yes,
Which
dude,
is
the original
awesome.
actor's coming back.
I know. I'm so excited.
Dude, if Boba Fett holds the Darksaber, I'm going to lose my mind.
That would be awesome.
I'm literally going to explode.
Do you think he's going to be like a villain? Because I know him and Mando are both bounty hunters.
Well, Boba Fett isn't a real Mandalorian.
Well, no, I know that, but
Whoa. You know what just hit me? When do you think about it? Boba Fett was technically like the last clone.
huh?
That just hit me. Because, like, I mean, obviously, I'm sure some of the stormtroopers running around were clones originally. But Boba Fett's like the last confirmed clone.
Was he a clone? I thought that he was just a kid.
No, remember Jango said that he wanted one specific young clone.
Wow. Huh.
Wow. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, Mandalorian season 2. So excited. We'll do our review of the Mandalorian another time. I love that series. I will watch it over and over again.
And hold on, when does it take place?
Mandalorian?
Yeah.
After Return of the Jedi, like almost right after Return of the Jedi, but before Force Awakens. In that like 30-year gap or whatever it is, 20-year gap.
Dude. Boba Fett's gonna look so cool.
Hold up. You know what just hit me? Yeah, I just realized that. That means that it's finally like confirmed on screen that Boba didn't die. Because like we knew that from like Legends and like everything else. But dude, I want a scene where we see him like ripping through the insides of the Sarlacc.
Yeah, I saw a video called "How Boba Fett Escaped," but I didn't watch it.
Oh, I tried to stay away from that stuff because, like,
Yeah.
one, I don't get me wrong, I enjoy the Legends, but I try not to get myself like. I don't want to be one of those people who just reads everything Star Wars, everything.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I will watch. Don't get me wrong. I will play all the video games. I will watch all the movies and TV shows, except for Resistance. Don't even get me started.
What is
But
that?
it's that new animated one, dude. It is so
Oh, I know that one.
And what's even worse is it's confirmed to be canon. But I have some Star Wars comics. Like I have the Jango Fett comic, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. I enjoy it. But I'm not gonna like buy like if I see a new Star Wars comic, I'm not gonna go need it. I need I need more Star Wars. You know, it gets to a certain point where you just gotta like say, okay, this is cool. I'm not gonna over elaborate it. Don't get me wrong. Again, I know I keep saying it. Don't get me wrong. I love the legends about Darth Malgus and Darth Plagueis and all these other Sith lords. What?
Have you heard?
Never heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis. I did my Emperor voice, but he wasn't the Emperor yet, so.
Yeah.
Do it. Kill him. Either way, it's just I like that stuff. I like learning about the Sith and stuff, but it gets to a point where you don't need that much information. I mean, I say that I have an overextensive amount of Star Wars information in my head, but what I'm trying to say is don't work yourself to death reading everything about Star Wars, knowing every bit of lore.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn how the midi-chlorians can make it so that you can make somebody say something with the Jedi mind trick. Like, I don't need to know that. It's space magic. That's how I'm going to explain it.
But you do. That's the thing. You do.
Anyways, I think we've talked enough Star Wars for today, even though we're going to go back to it in a few more topics. Let's talk about this for a bit. The next movie in the DCCU is Superman, Son of Krypton. Now, I think Man of Steel is one of the best movies in the DCEU. Would you agree?
Yeah, I actually really
I enjoyed it.
that
I
movie.
had my issues with it. He snapped Zod's neck. I mean, anyways, I'll tell you what happens in this movie. Krypton explodes. Kal-El is sent to Earth. Martha and John Kent find him and rename him as Clark Kent. You know the basic Superman backstory. Through Clark's childhood, he finds out he has some weird abilities. When Clark's a teenager, Jonathan has cancer and dies. Martha takes Clark to the pod where he was found. Clark finds a message from his real father, Jor-El, telling him about his powers. Clark finds a Superman suit, and Jor-El tells him to be a savior of the people. Years later, LexCorp has become a monumental business. I can't speak. Superman saves Lois from a... Superman begins saving people in peril. Superman saves Lois from a fall, so we can get that classic shot of Superman flying up with Lois in his arm. She tells him that she works at the Daily Planet, and Clark decides to get a job there. Lex Luthor announced that LexCorp will be shut down to the public. Clark wants to know more about this. The people have mixed feelings about Superman. They think that he could be a threat. Clark attempts to interview Lex, but he shoves him aside. Lex Luthor is developing a super suit to rival Superman. Clark sneaks into LexCorp and discovers the suit. He tries to write a story about it, but Perry won't let him, saying it's wrong to make accusations and that that's ridiculous. Lex Luthor opens up to the public that the rumors spreading and denies them. Lex visits the crash site and discovers pieces of kryptonite. John Corbin rampages through the city in Superman armor. Superman arrives in the two battle through the city. In the end, John is severely injured and the people begin to question Superman's morals even more. Clark wants to do a story on Superman and Perry tells him to stay away from that stuff. Clark goes on a date with Lois and Lex Luthor begins to run wild through the city in a mech suit. Clark has to run away from his date and into a phone booth so we can get that classic scene. Superman fights with Luthor, who uses kryptonite to stop him. Clark falls to the ground in the middle of the street. A crowd gathers and Lex tells them that he's their savior. The people yell at Lex and then cheer on Superman, who's able to get to his feet. Superman and Lex fight through the streets, and Superman is forced to rip the kryptonite out of the suit. Lex is defeated and taken to prison. Clark reveals to Lois that he is Superman, and Martha is proud of Clark, not Clock. Now, our two credit scenes are... There's a desk in LexCorp that's empty, and the answering machine comes on. It's Lex Luthor's voice, and he tells Mercy Graves to make sure that Project Red Sun is kept secret. Then the other one is a hologram of Earth is shown with a red dot on Metropolis, and General Zod stands over it and speaks the words, "I've found you." So, a couple of Easter eggs here. John Corbin actually turns into Metallo later on in the comics and things like that. Usually it's a car crash, but I think it'd be better to have him like this, the way I did it. And then Project Red Sun is going to be Bizarro / Superboy.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously General Zod is General Zod.
Yeah.
Setting up for Superman 2. So I think that this is the ideal Superman movie, to be honest with you.
Sure.
He smiles. He's your Boy Scout Superman. That's what he should be, not going around killing people and not smiling.
Yeah.
I mean, Man of Steel was good. I know most of Superman's origin stories have General Zod in it, but I feel like it's so much better to have Superman as a developed character before you do the whole General Zod.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, on to our next topic. That is the next thing for the DCCU. The Force Awakens. We're going to be doing our quick little review and how we think we could fix it. Now, this isn't going to be like the DCCU that we're creating, where we completely redo it. We're going to be taking what they have, we're going to be taking the source material, and we're going to be just fixing it, if that makes sense. So, you want to go first? I've been talking a lot.
Yeah, sure. I like this movie. I thought it was okay. I would have done a few things differently. I wouldn't have killed Han for sure,
Really?
but I know why it happened, and I get it, but I wouldn't have done it just because, like, I mean, it's Han Solo.
Yeah, yeah. But at the same point, I'll get to my views.
um, and I would have had more with Finn. Like, just I wish, like, so you know how at the it was confirmed that he was Force sensitive. I would
Yeah.
have done more with that in this movie instead of the last one.
No, see, no, what I would have done with that is I would have, like, put subtle references. I wouldn't have had it be completely obvious. And then maybe in Rise of Skywalker, you have him show it and, like, move something to save Rey or Poe or something.
Yeah.
And then you have Poe make, like, a quippy remark. You could do that this whole time? All right,
Yeah.
continue.
I don't know what else to say. This movie, it was okay.
Here's what I would have done. I would have kept the beginning as it was. I like the way everybody meets. I think it's fine. I know it's coincidental, but I think that's... I'm going to explain that with the Force works in weird ways. But I would have totally gotten rid of Starkiller Base. I feel like that's the big reason why this feels so much like the original New Hope. What I would have done instead for the main plot, because I know that's the main plot of the movie, they have this super weapon that destroys stuff. I would have had a really awesome sequence on Naboo. I feel like we could have had the First Order trying to take over the palace.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been like an awesome fight sequence, because we never really saw a big battle happen in front of the palace, at least in the movies. I know we had it in Battlefront, but I feel like that would have been an awesome sequence to have the rebels fighting them. And then, like, you could have the palace, like, falling to bits, so you could have that final sequence between Rey and Kylo.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I would have Kylo kill Han.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we needed some more connections to the prequels.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would do that, and then I would probably do more with Poe, honestly. I think Finn had a good amount. Like I said, we should leave some hints that he was Force sensitive. I would scrap Maz Kanata. I don't think we needed that.
No?
I mean, if you want to keep her, maybe you could do something with, like, the Naboo forests. You could have her castle be there if you really want to have that bar scene. But I don't think she's that important. I mean, she had a really small part in Last Jedi, and then she did nothing but give Chewie a medal in Rise of Skywalker, which is super important. But at the same point, like, really, do we need that? As for Rey, I think that her character development was really good in The Force Awakens.
Mm-hmm. See, well, here's the thing. With this one, I also would have done like some other things different. Like I would have had her called to the Force a little more.
Yeah, okay, I could
Like,
see that. I understand that. I would do more with Phasma. I would have her, like, lead that battle on Naboo.
mm-hmm. Like, so you know how they had like the Force ghosts talking in Rise of the Skywalker?
Mm-hmm.
I'd have like, I don't know, maybe like Qui-Gon, because he's one of my favorite Jedis, be like, you're more than you think you are.
Dude.
And like, I just think that would be so cool.
No, you know what I just realized? Okay, when we do our Last Jedi, our Rise of Skywalker review / fixing, I have a beautiful idea.
Oh
And in
boy.
terms of Rey getting Luke's lightsaber, I know I said that Maz
No.
wasn't in this, but somewhere in the middle, I would have. I gotta think about this one, actually. How would she get the lightsaber?
You're wrong. You're wrong. You are wrong.
What?
How dare you?
What, to get rid of
Luke's
Maz?
lightsaber.
I'm sorry, Anakin's. That was right.
Thank
You're right.
you.
You're right. I'm sorry. I know I said that. I'm sorry. She would get Anakin's lightsaber. I mean, like, it fell into the middle of nothingness.
I know.
I want her to get it, though, because I do like some of the sequences with it. I don't know how I would have her get it. I wouldn't have Finn use it at all in this movie, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Huh, how would I? Maybe, like... We could totally, like, bullcrap it and say, like, she finds, like, you know how on Jakku there's all those TIE fighters?
Yes.
Like, destroyed TIE fighters? Like, maybe when Luke dropped his lightsaber, it landed on a TIE fighter. I don't know. That's the only thing that I'm trying to figure out about this. But other than that, I think I've pretty much said how I would fix it. This one wasn't that bad, honestly.
I would have liked more if she had Luke's like Return of the Jedi lightsaber,
Oh, the
because
green
that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I like it. Maybe I might have Finn get that later on.
Mm-hmm. I
But
would either, because you know the rules with like the green and the blue, right?
yeah, but does that like really matter in this movie? Because like this is after the Jedi Council is like dead, so
Yeah.
and like the ways of the Jedi are kind of gone. So, but if you want to use your concept anyways, go ahead.
I would totally like make Rey's green, because like I feel like she does a lot more with the Force first and then does the lightsaber stuff, which just like I don't know. And then I'd keep Finn with a blue one, because I feel like he looked good with blue. Like it just looked correct, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, I would get rid of Snoke. And I would have Kylo talking to like just like a hooded figure, but like it would be like a muffled voice, and it would be obviously be Palpatine, but I wouldn't have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, so you know how Kylo is always like trying to finish what Vader started and stuff, because like that's what he's instructed to do.
Yeah.
I'd have not only Vader's destroyed masks, but his gloves, because his gloves were like he's always like trying to be like Vader. So I would totally have a scene of him trying to put on Vader's gloves, because they're like super heavy and he uses the Force to keep him up.
Yeah.
So he's like trying to be like him, but he can't, because he's not like that. I would totally have something like that. If that, I don't know if that makes any sense at all.
I get that. Yeah, I like that, but I feel like when he puts on the gloves, he should have like these like horrible visions or something. Dude, he should have like the vision of like when Anakin has the vision of Padme dying.
Yes.
He should see that and like see Darth Vader suffering.
No.
I think we're good here. I think that's really all I have to say about The Force Awakens. You got anything else?
Not really. Nothing that's coming to mind.
I know you want to say it.
What? Oh. Oh.
Come on.
I don't know.
Oh, we're going to be reviewing a different video game each week, starting with Arkham Asylum. I love this game.
All right.
It's fantastic. It's really just such a beautiful game. Batman, like nothing, and I mean nothing. Maybe like maybe the animated series, but nobody has made a more perfect Batman and Joker than the Arkham series.
Yeah.
I mean, the storytelling is just beautiful.
I used to be terrified of this game, because
Yeah, no,
I
it creeped
first
me out a
played
bit.
it when I was like 10 or
It creeped me
9,
out.
and I beat it like a month ago.
I beat it 2 years ago, I think.
Oh, okay.
It's funny. I beat Arkham Knight before I beat this, or City.
Arkham Knight's a good game.
Love Arkham Knight. My favorite Batman game of all time. Mostly because spoilers, Jason Todd.
Dude, I didn't beat that one yet.
Oh, shut up. Like, Jason Todd is my favorite DC character. Red Hood, Arkham Knight, whatever you want to call him, is like just awesome. Dude, this has me nostalgic. I want to go back and play Arkham Knight again. But I mean, the characters, the amount of Batman villains squeezed into this, everything is just, oh my god, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Also, some of the like references. That's the word. Some of the references in this game were really good.
So it's funny because up until a few years ago, I didn't realize how much the first Lego Batman game was based on the 80s and 90s Batman.
Yeah.
Like Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, Batman, etc. I never realized how similar they were. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, this game, while it is pretty great, some of the gameplay just is kind of annoying. Like it has. I know it's like early development. I mean, when did this game come out? 2011.
I know that it's not like a newer game.
I'm looking it up real quick. But I mean, the glitches in this game were like super annoying. I've had spots where I've gotten stuck and had to restart a whole area. The Riddler trophies have been annoying across all the games. 2009. Wow. Okay. Wow. Wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, I know. Wow.
Arkham City was 2000. Wow. Okay. I thought Arkham Origins came out before Arkham City.
No.
Okay. Well, it was different developers too.
Yep.
That's why Batman's different and the story doesn't connect that well at all. But yeah, I mean, the Arkham series really, I feel like they changed a lot of people's opinions.
Yeah.
In terms of what they think about Batman or what they think about the storytelling of Batman's character. Because it really is just such an awesome game. And across all three games, the storytelling, I have no words for it. No, my words aren't working in general today, to be honest with you. But the Riddler trophies make me want to kill myself.
You're doing good.
Yeah, the Riddler trophy, I can't with the Riddler trophies. They make me so aggravated because I literally, when I tell you I did everything in Arkham Knight, I had 98% on the game, but I can't do these Riddler trophies. Sorry for headphone users, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't bother with the Riddler trophies at all.
No, I just can't do it. But we'll move on because rating. I'm gonna give it a solid 9 out of 10. The only reason I'm taking points off, like I said, is for those gameplay issues.
I'll give it an 8.75 just because
Riddler trophies.
The Scarecrow ones, like the whole fight scenes between them, they're just annoying. They're cool.
No, don't get me wrong, they're awesome, but that's something I want to see in a movie. That's not something I want to warp my head around.
Yeah.
Wow, we're up to this already? Okay. This is just a quick recap of everything that happened on our stream yesterday and some new news. So I have the IGN list in front of me of all the games that are announced or rumored for the Xbox Series X. So let's going through that list. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, obviously confirmed. Can't wait. Super duper excited. Then we got Battlefield 6 to be announced. Never played Battlefield.
Ooh, I didn't
Never
even know
played it.
about that.
What?
I never played. I didn't know about Battlefield 6. 5 was really good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going through the games here that like we know. I'm not talking about like the indie games and things like that. Cyberpunk 2077 obviously confirmed. Destiny 2 rumored. I think that'd be cool, but I feel like Destiny. How long was Destiny 2 2017?
I think so. It was 2017 or 2016.
Oh, I thought it
I'm
was
pretty sure it
2017 or
was
2018.
I could check right now.
Yeah, go ahead. I like Destiny 2. I mean, it has its issues. It was a letdown at first, but like Battlefront 2, they really picked it up with the DLCs and stuff
Hmm.
and the bug fixes.
Yeah. The thing with Destiny 2 is there's only two types of people. People that hate it and people that love it.
I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
I love the
Um,
guns and the gameplay and stuff, but the objectives are just like really annoying to find, I think.
hmm It's free right now. It's been free for like a few months.
Oh, is it? I have it for the PS4.
Yeah.
And by the way, so somebody commented on our Xbox stream, and they said Cyberpunk over the summer is going to have its own live stream.
I saw that.
So we'll probably do another, unless it's on a Sunday, we'll do another impromptu stream
hmm
to talk about that in a couple months.
September 6th, 2017.
Okay. So yeah, I got it in 2017 then.
Yeah.
Me and my dad played the first one together. We really liked it, but then I don't know. There's something with the second one that just didn't click as well. It really did feel like most of the stuff in the second one could have just been DLC.
Yeah.
Moving on. Gods and Monsters. I don't know if you have seen that,
No.
but I want that game so bad. It's like combines Greek mythology with like death.
That's that cool beans, man.
Gears 5 is going to come out at launch. Halo Infinite going to come out at launch. Definitely going to get Halo Infinite.
Oh yeah.
The trailer
For
looks
sure.
so much better than Halo 5.
I did this thing where so you know how I played all the Gears games?
Yeah.
With my uncle. We started to do all of the Halo games, and we got pretty far in the first one, and then Gears 5 came out. And then we just stopped. But I really like the Halo games. I think they're great.
Yeah, no, I love them. Maybe we'll do some gameplay. Madden NFL 2014, because it's been the same game since then. To be announced. Rainbow Six Quarantine. Hey, how ironic.
Is it really?
Uh-huh.
Huh.
Rainbow Six Siege is going to come out at launch with it.
That's
Lord
a lot
of
of
the Rings.
backwards compatible
Whoa,
games.
what? What is this? Lord of the Rings Gollum?
Huh.
Dude, I don't know if you played them, but I love the Shadow of Mordor games.
I played the first one. That one was really cool.
I played Shadow of Mordor and the newer one, but I don't remember what it's called.
Like War of Middle Earth or something. I don't know.
The Middle Earth games, that's what they're called, the official title.
Oh.
But dude, I love that game. I love just going around slaughtering orcs.
All right.
The Sims 5 is to be announced. Watch Dogs Legion, 2020, 2021.
Oh, that's cool.
I played 1 and 2. I mean, I liked 1 a lot, but 2 was just... So many of these games, you don't need a second one. You just need some more DLCs.
Yeah.
Or make it cheap. Don't make it a $60 release.
Yeah.
Battlefront 2, I understand. That you can make a $60 release. Watch Dogs and Destiny 2... Obviously, you have, like you said, the dudes that absolutely love the game, and they're going to get it right away. Buy the $100 deluxe edition pre-order. But if you can wait for the game just wait a couple months and it'll drop at least $20.
Yeah.
But in terms of video games, we have a lot to talk about, guys. So we have a lot of stuff coming up on the podcast, a lot of new content that you're going to be seeing. Starting with just tomorrow, as I mentioned earlier, you'll see my Money in the Bank review. I'm only going to be doing recaps and reviews of the pay-per-views for AEW, NWA, and WWE. I won't be doing Ring of Honor, Impact, MLW, or any of that stuff, just because, New Japan as well, when that starts back up. But when it comes to Ring of Honor, I don't like Ring of Honor right now. They have some cool guys that come out of there. I like some of the guys in Ring of Honor, like Marty Scurll and Villain Enterprises. But in terms of the main roster, not a big fan, and some of their stuff's just crap. Enzo Amore, Big Cass, for those of you that know what I'm talking about. Impact, I don't like. I don't like the cross-gender wrestling. It's not that I don't. It's not that I discriminate against it. It's just that it's weird. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool occasionally. Like, I like the way AEW did it. So they have mixed gender tag team matches where it's like one guy, one girl on each team, and the guys and the girls can wrestle each other, but they keep it to a minimum, and it makes sense. Then you have New Japan, which I love. MLW, I watch MLW weekly, but I'm not paying for their pay-per-views.
Why not?
What?
Why not?
Just because it's like they have a lot of pay-per-views, honestly. They have like one every 2 months, I believe. I mean, they're down right now, but I don't know. Like, I don't know many guys on the MLW roster enough to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So New Japan, AEW, and WWE are what I'm sticking to. That includes NXT and NXT UK. Any WWE pay-per-view, really. Unless it's like the glorified house show like Smackville or Starrcade. But in terms of video games, we have a lot coming to you. I know you wanted to talk about this.
Yeah. So you know how the whole Assassin's Creed Valhalla thing is coming out? So basically what we're going to do is we're going to play through all 11 of the main games of Assassin's Creed. So like 1, 2, Revelations, Brotherhood 3, and so on until Odyssey. And then if we finish before Valhalla, then we wait a little bit and then we go through Valhalla. That's going to be a lot of fun because the Assassin's Creed games, most of them are pretty good. There's like 2 that I don't like, but yeah, I can't wait for that.
I'm excited for that. Also, you gave me an idea. I think we should do Halo, all 5 Halo games, six Halo games.
That would be awesome.
Because we can actually play those together.
Yeah.
Campaigns are all co-op.
Chief collection.
What?
I have the Master Chief collection.
Yeah, me too. And then I have 5.
Mm-hmm.
And Reach actually came out on the Master Chief collection early last year.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Master Chief collection is now complete other than 5, which I'm sure they'll add when Halo Infinite comes out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we have that stuff coming for you. We're also going to be doing for newer video games and movies, such as I'll be doing Disney and Pixar movies. He'll probably be doing some horror movies and things like that and video games.
Yep.
We'll be doing reviews of that stuff, so that's pretty cool. Nothing to talk about right now. Might put up my Clone Wars review sometime next week.
Mm-hmm.
To talk about that. But other than that, we got a lot of reviews and things like that coming for you guys. A lot of new content. I'll be doing all the wrestling stuff, quite obviously. I have some cool ideas for some series to do, such as like the history of Bullet Club and where they all turned out. That's a fun series. I love Bullet Club. I know a lot of stuff about them. Obviously, everybody loves Bullet Club. Obviously, everybody knows a lot about them. But there's a lot coming at you guys. Some list videos, top 10 videos, just really anything that suits our fancy that week. There's going to be no consistent scheduling with this stuff other than the day after a pay-per-view will be the review. And every Sunday we have the podcast. And probably at least 1, if not 2, gameplay videos weekly.
Mm-hmm.
But really, unless you have anything to add.
Nope.
Alrighty, that's going to do it for this week's episode of the Broken Planet podcast. We hope you guys did enjoy. We hope you're excited for the new content coming out this week. Stay tuned for the Money in the Bank review tomorrow. Hope you guys watch that tonight. Very exciting. A little nervous. I want to see somebody get thrown off a roof. But like, subscribe, do whatever you can to support us, and we'll see you next week for the Broken Planet podcast number 3. And I forgot to mention during the DC review that next week, not review, fixing, that next week we'll be talking about the Flash movie. But that'll do it, guys. We'll see you next time.
Woo!